levers, so to speak. This is This is the pastor. I wonder the type of church, and the logo of his church is Solution Chapel. The boy who lured the girlfriend to Osun State to carry out this dastardly act, and they all participated, and being deceived, ignorant is a very big disease that mere using a human being will give them the capacity of making more money, and they use all manner of substance, including the vital organs of the disease, to prepare a concoction which the pastor administered on all of them. So that is the pastor of Cherubim and Seraphim, Aka Solution Chapel. Am I correct?
My names are Shegun Phillips. I'm from Ilu Imesi in Osun State.
But you claim to be a pastor. How true is that?
Yes, God called me right from the beginning.
Olabi called me on phone, where he informed me that they are having problem within their family. That is, his mother has lost her job, same as his father, and he too is having some challenges. He is having spillover at school and has no money to register for another year. He requests if I can assist his parent. So I told him that there are some ritual prayers which I will conduct for them, but it is very hard and it entails the use of human parts, and we need to use someone who is far away from us, as we cannot use our church members. So he called the girl on phone on 8th of December, and she came after he has sent some money to her. I conducted some ritual bath to his mother and also told her that we are going to use what she saw in her dreams for the work. So later she dreamed that she cooked food and share it for people. So I told her that we are going to buy a she-goat and cook food and share it to people, and we will also prepare soup for her from it. So we later prepared the soup from the she-goat and the heart of the lady and some part of her head, her hands, which we have roasted. We'll also prepare soup for her to bath, and we use the third part for sacrifice.
I called Shion, which I met just within not up to a month now. So I called her to come and meet me at Ikoile, and she said, how is she going to get there? I said I lied to her that she needs to meet one of my dad's elder brother, which she agreed. So from there we went to Wolishegun's church at Ikoile. So she kept complaining of she's tired, that she needs to relax. Then Wolishegun asked me to go and take a cloth. I should spread it down for her, so that she can relax. And Wolishegun left us. So I spread the cloth on the floor. She lied down on the cloth. So when she lied down on the cloth, then I get to know she slept off already. Then I smashed mortar pestle on her head. Wolishegun moved closer to us. Then remove her head, the two breasts, the two hands from here, the heart, and some flesh from her leg. The head, the two breasts, the two palms, and were burnt to ashes for powder, and it was divided into 3 parts for the concoction that was eaten, part for the soup, then part was used like I don't know how I'm going to put it, like a sacrifice. And what they used for the sacrifice was hen, pap, and bitter colas. I did not do all this because of myself. I did it because of my parents, my mom. My dad has lost his job for some years now, and my mom has been the one helping the family. So suddenly again, she also lose her job. I was not like, what's really happening?
Bola Adeko.
Okay, what did you do for living?
I decorate for schools.
You decorate for school. And your husband?
He's not doing anything.
Okay, are you aware that your son is trying to do something for you so as to get rich?
It was when I got to the police station that I got all the information.
Oh, but the pastor has informed us that you are been to his church and they have been undergoing some ritual prayer for you.
I went there for spiritual challenges. So, and I told him the challenges I have. And he said, he gave me a soap to bath, that from my dream, they will know the next step they will take. And when I narrated the dream to him, that the dream is a form of celebration that I cooked for people, that I cooked amala and meat and stew. He now said it is what I cooked in that dream for people that they will use. He now asked me if I have people that are late. I said my mother is late and my junior sister too is late. Now asked me maybe I've done like something like Sarah for them. But I said I don't believe in all that, so I've never done anything like that. I said those are some of the things that causes setback for people. That means they need to do something like that. So they went to go and buy sheep. They buy yam flour, soup ingredients, everything. And his wives are the ones that went to the market to buy everything. And they pray for me. They asked me to also pray. And after praying, they cooked the whole thing in my presence. Everything, they slaughtered the sheep, make everything with some guys around. They did everything while I was there. And after the whole thing, people came around and ate the majority of it. So the remaining ones, they took it to the town to give beggars. So the pastor now said that since, according to my dream, that from the goat they killed, they are going to make native soup for me. That I shouldn't worry, I should go to the hotel. In the night, they will bring it. And they brought the native soup for me to eat.
And we learned that the native soup, they use part of the victim's body to prepare the native soup.
It was when I got to the police station so that I learned that it was
okay, but when taking the soup, don't you realize something strange?
I think because they mix it with so many other things. And I've never eaten human flesh before. So I don't know how to recognize that this is human flesh or goat flesh when I've not eaten human flesh before.
But you have eaten it.
That was what I was told, yes.
So now, how did you feel?
I felt very bad.
That
very bad.
Your son has picked someone's daughter.
In fact, very, very bad. Highly disappointed because I trusted him so much. I don't know the level of trust. That for me to follow him to that extent, if you know the level of trust that I've had from him, but he really betrayed the trust that I've had from him.
But he is trying to make life better.
But he should have told me. Well, if I want, I will let him know. If I don't, I can never even do such a thing. He should have carried me along. He knows I will not accept. That's why. He knows. How can I use my fellow man for what? For what? When I have my own, he's the only one too.
So he's
how
the
would
only
one
child.
feel? Yes. How would one feel to be in the shoe? Since I have not been myself. Since I had at the police station, I have not been myself. Because they kept me in the dark. They were just deceiving me. They deceived me all through. In fact, when they told me that the soap to the part of the girls, but if I start to feel irritated, they have used something like that to bath my body.
My name is David Dali Oladele. It's quite emotional. I've been raised that girl for that numbers of years. Favor happens to be a golden girl to the family. We waited for some years before having her. And I haven't done that. She's grown up. She went to school. And when one is envisaging that within the next few months you'll be going for a youth call, and you start celebrating that you have a graduate in your house, a woman, some people conspire to kill her. What she actually told us that day was that she was returning back to school to prepare for examination. She should be sitting for her final examination that week, and that she's going to join a group to do group studies and reviews. And it was in that process that somebody called her, and she said she will also be seeing a friend. That was all. All we want is justice for favor. Justice for favor.
Who gave birth to a boy of this age will now conspire out of greed, out of selfishness, out of ignorance to take a girl of 22 years old to somewhere for ritual murder and balkanize the parts of that girl, and they use it to make concussion with all of them.
One should be very, very careful. You should learn to call your God under your roof and not seek for any prophetic issue or spiritual issue from anybody.
The message I have for the youth of my age is that there is time for everything in this life, and there is no any shortcut to success, because if there is any shortcut to success, I should have gotten the success.